I saw the paperwork, right? It ain't really saying nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You saw the paperwork?
Yeah, I saw the paperwork. It ain't really saying nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
People use the word snitch a little bit too nonchalantly. Like, soon as somebody get jammed up,
you ain't no cop, J. Reed. Oh God. You be on the block with the G's. Oh God. But you really a cop with the D's. Oh God. Can't believe this nigga told on me. Oh God. This nigga told on me. Feds keep the door, this nigga folded on me. Oh God. And now I got exposed to homie. And get that paperwork.
yo, what up? It's the Kitchen 718. I'm J Rock the Wine Sipper.
I'm K Rock the Duce Sipper. And the Big Tipper.
And we here and we stirring up them pots with them issues. We cooking, you heard?
Yeah, we cooking tonight, J Riz. There's a lot of stuff going on with your homeboy, 50 Cent.
It's my homeboy. It's my homeboy.
I want to pay for your boy 50. Now I see, I turned on the TV, the internet, YouTube. I see 50 going hard at your boy Big Meech. And calling him all kind of snitches. Now he got the paperwork, and I feel like your boy did a whole documentary about his life, the BMF, the movement. How you feel about that, player?
All right. Well, first of all, let me say this right. Big Meech, shout out to Big Meech. Welcome home, big homie. You know what I'm saying? Glad you out in the free world. You know what I mean? Whatever paperwork. I saw the paperwork, right? It ain't really saying nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You saw the paperwork?
Yeah, I saw the paperwork. It ain't really saying nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
People use the word snitch a little bit too nonchalantly. Like, soon as somebody get jammed up, oh yeah, snitch.
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah. It don't work like that. In the feds, you got what's called a rule. It's a rule 5K1, right? And then you got a rule 35B. The 5K1 means that you snitch. This is just for y'all that don't know.
Yeah, we got some jewels on you, boy. Damn.
The 5K1 is for when the people are snitching right out the gate, like they going in the trial or right before the case even coming to the indictments and all that. When you go into court, you still going through your court proceedings. That's a 5K1. When you find somebody that turns state's evidence.
Y'all write that down.
A Rule 35B is when the person is already serving time, right? But he provided some information, and then that information gets used later on. And then if they need him to come to court or she to come to court, then they'll come and get them or whatever. But most of the time that don't happen. But if they do, then they will be a person that they will come get. But beside that, you'll just get your time cut in the mail.
Oh, so that's like a jailhouse snitch.
No, it's not a jailhouse snitch. No.
So
it's not a jailhouse snitch. Yeah, it's different because it's not a jailhouse snitch.
Okay.
So what happens is they come and you'll get your time cut in the mail, and it's called a Rule 35B. But a lot of people get mixed up because you got Rule 35A, B, C, D, and so forth, so on. Just like you got 5K 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? But the main one you want to listen for is the 5K1. When the person say they got, that's right out the gate. You tell.
Okay, all right, y'all write that down. And we'll do an episode because he knows a lot about like the laws and stuff. So we're gonna help y'all with that. We'll do an episode about that. But just to give us some clarity, the first one you said
5K1.
That's the main.
Yeah, that's 5K1 is going to show you. If you see 5K1 in anybody paperwork, they done told some shit.
Right.
Now, secondly, you got the CIs and confidential informants, and then the feds and law enforcement give people like that's telling certain names and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So is to try to shield their informant from exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, the people that's involved in the case, those are intricate situations where they know what happened. So if a person is telling the story, then they know who was there. So it's hard for them to say, "Oh, that wasn't me." No, it was you.
This is very important because you dropping some Jews. So let me ask you a question. God forbid, let's say I got in trouble, right? And say the whole indictment, God forbid. Well, I'm retired. Say the whole indictment is on me. So say with the feds, right? We're going to talk about the feds. Say with the feds. The whole thing, I'm the person that they want, and I got the people under me. I'm using it as an example. do I know who snitched on me, or will I not know unless I go to trial?
No, well, you'll
Like,
know.
how do you know when a person is
Okay,
snitching?
this is how you know. When you suppress your evidence, they're gonna send you. But see how it works in the feds. It works like this.
Mm-hmm.
If they're gonna come at you in the beginning, they're gonna say, "Okay, take this plea. We got you." Blah 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 blah. They're gonna give you a whole bunch of stuff to say they got you. Right? They're gonna pull out your record and everything. If you decide to say, "Nah, I want to see what's going on," that means you want to suppress your evidence. Now, whatever that plea agreement or plea offer they was giving you, that's off the table. Now it goes higher. Your time go higher because now you costing the court money and you telling them to suppress the evidence. So now, if they was offering you 10 years, now that just went up to 20 or 15. So because you want to suppress the evidence. So that's how that works.
So do you recommend doing it, like suppressing the evidence?
In certain cases, yeah, you should because
Okay. Yeah,
because if you do a suppression hearing, then that could possibly get the evidence thrown out. And in any federal case, if you get the evidence thrown out, then they have to seek a new indictment. Anything that they had from the previous indictment, they got to throw out.
Oh,
so they can't even use the old indictment.
I don't know if we need to drop too many views because we're gonna help you guys, but the rest of it we're gonna keep ties out. So yeah.
Until later on.
Yeah, I think that y'all need to pay him for that. That yeah, because I think you teaching them a lot, and we want to. But people get paid for stuff like that. So if y'all want to see counsel, have J Rocky got you. We'll tell you the fee later on. So fast forward. Your homeboy, like I said, 50. How do you feel now about the way he's going about things? Him and Big Meech. She did a documentary about this man's life. We all know BMF was worldwide. Meech said on the video, there'll never be another like us. And I don't think that it will. I think he's true about that. But now 50 Cent did a whole thing with his life. He got his son up there sending text messages because the son thought he found a friend at 50. And 50 Cent allegedly is mad because Rick Ross, because Meech is talking to Rick Ross. Business. The son said, well, hey, 50, I thought it was cool. Ross came home. He looked out for my pops. He looked out for my family. So do you think that 50 is gone too far now? That's like a dude come home and say, hey, my nigga, I got such and such for you. You know what I'm saying? You're on your feet. Dude, how do you feel about that? Should he stop the business? Is he going hard? And then, when he, rest in peace, Irv Gotti died. He puts the video on his Instagram smoking on the dead homie. How do you feel about your homeboy, the businessman, the living legend, 50 Cent? I want your take on that.
All right, so you just hit me with a lot of stuff. Yeah. All right, so now, here's my take on that. First and foremost, like I said before in the previous episode, 50 Cent is a businessman, right? Anything he do is to create controversy, to cause, to get his ratings and whatever he doing boosted. You see what I'm saying? So as far as him, do I agree with his tactics? No, because if that just showed me, right? Like I said, as far as the Meech situation, I didn't see nothing in the paperwork that implicates Meech being
what did the paperwork suggest?
It didn't suggest nothing. It was talking about the guy, talked about Tammy Cowens or whatever her name is.
The white girl.
It talked about her, but I mean, as far as in order for him to have been even implicated as being hot or not or unofficial, his name would have had to be mentioned in there, and he would have had to been saying, okay, well, I told her to go out and gather information on this guy. No, that none of that is set in stone. So the guy Cuff who's talking, you know what I'm saying? That's his account. And I watched something on social media just the other day where the guy made a good point. He said, let me ask you a question. He said, here it is, you got this guy Cuff talking about Meech got him jammed up, right? That's the guy who's saying that Meech told on him, got the girl Tammy to get information against him to jam him up. This is how all this is coming about, right? So now the guy Cuff, right, says he says that what's the name got Tammy to get Meech got Tammy to get him jammed up. I don't believe that because one dude that I watched on social media made a good point, which is something that I was already thinking about. if you got a cartel member, right? This is just me talking. If you got a cartel member, right? And you got somebody that knows the cartel member, and I know the cartel member, which means me and you on the same playing field. He really the big fish, right? Why would I send him at you? You just like me.
That's true.
I'm not gonna send him at you. I'm gonna send him at that dude.
But they gonna want the dude that y'all going to.
Exactly. So that's why when the guy was saying, I said, you know what, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say yay or nay on Meech because I don't know.
But nobody.
But I don't feel like from what I seen. Put it this way, from what I seen, you can't call that man that. From what I seen.
Okay, let me ask you one.
Knowing the law, you can't call him.
Before you move on to the Earth Goddess, I want to ask you one quick question. I've heard, right? If you've been in the past, so you can give me some clarity.
Wait a minute, Lo sis. Okay, let me finish addressing the 50 thing with him and me because I didn't speak on that.
I'm going to ask you one question about Meech before you get on the topic. All right. Because I want you to drop a jewel real quick.
All right. So 50, right? With what he's doing. First, you got to look at 50 Cent, right? This should not be surprising to nobody.
Now, they said in the feds, when you consider the snitch, because we got to clean this up, this is still big Meech, that when you consider the snitch, a snitch, you get 5 years or less. I'm saying, how the hell did he snitch and he wound up with 30 years?
No, but that's not true.
If you a snitch, you still get 30 years?
Hell yeah.
So it just still goes back to them guys.
Hell yeah.
I want them to drop that one.
Absolutely. That's a later date.
It's just all in the guys.
That's a later date. Yeah.
Okay, now back to what you were saying.
Yeah. So now you got. I mean, like I said, there's nothing surprising to me, and it shouldn't be to the rest of the people, the viewers. This is prime 50 Cent. This is what he do. This is what he do. This is what he does. He capitalizes. Look, he capitalizes. That's why I said he's a good businessman. Listen. He capitalizes off of people's vulnerability. He know people are down. You need money, so let's capitalize. So that's business antics.
But that's money. It's going back to money.
It doesn't matter. It's business antics.
But how far are you willing to go?
Apparently, he's willing to go to the end of the earth. So it don't matter. It's still a business. He's still a businessman. Now, my views on it. Now, do I think it's right? Do I think it's right what he do? No, listen. Do I think it's right what he do? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But at the end of the day, he's a businessman. Right. Okay, so look, let me put it in this perspective, right? Okay. Maybe you'll see what it is. Okay. Do you know that every day, just for the viewers, every day, you have big companies that take little companies. They don't care if you go broke. They don't care how many employees you got. They don't care about none of that. It's business.
You're right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because they see the potential also there.
But it's business. At the end of the day, they don't care about K-Rock and her pension and her house and the 3 kids she might got over there. They don't care about none of that. I'm just saying. They don't care about none of that. You see what I'm saying? So it's business. That's why I said 50 is a businessman. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, him doing what he did with Meech, and to me, it's not a shocker. It's not a shocker.
He played the girl voice recording on his Instagram.
It's not a shocker. It's not a shocker.
I thought you was cool. I thought we were season. He said, "What season, little dude?" You know what I'm saying?
It's not a shocker.
You know why I just thought about it. He's a cancer like you. That's why you like him. He's a kid. Y'all got the same song. I just thought about that.
K-Rock, let me tell you something. You losing your mind right now. Listen to what you're saying.
I'm losing my mind.
Yeah. He is a businessman, and I'm gonna tell you why it shouldn't be a shock. Remember when he was beefing with Rick Ross? Yeah. From the beginning. Remember when he was beefing from the beginning?
And he slept with Rick Ross' baby mother.
Okay then.
Now she get money.
And
she sued him. He broadcast that.
That's what he do.
But See, my thing is this. It's one thing, like Rick Ross, he never cared for Rick Ross. Let's just say that. Hear me out. He never ever cared for Rick Ross. Fine, he didn't care for Rick Ross. He didn't care for Puff. Puff slept with his BM.
Who do he care for?
Here's my thing.
His
grandmother.
He don't even care for his own son.
He cared for his grandmother. That's what he cared for. He already told us that. But listen to me. Hear me out. He cared for his grandmother.
You harp on
and his mother, may she rest in peace. But here's my thing. Hear me out.
I'm listening.
Hear me out.
I ain't finished though. I still got.
Finish dropping your jewels, and then I'll wait my turn.
All right. So what I was saying is that at the end of the day, I don't expect nothing less from 50 because he is who he is, and that's what he do. Right. That's number one. Number two, as far as the Irv Gotti joint, right? I don't agree with that. Man lost his life. You know what I'm saying? He fought a battle with an illness, and he happened to lose. Right? Okay, cool. But now on I'm not saying I defend 50, but let's look at what the level of events that happened, right? The level of events that happened is allegedly Irv Gotti is supposed to have tried to get 50 unalive. See, this is stuff that I researched. No, but he's part of that crew. But in any event, so how would a person have love for another person that passed away that tried to unalive?
Cool, you don't have to. But why go on social media and got kids?
Because
when they shot him now, time he didn't have social media.
Because right, it's unfortunate. Yeah. But at the end of the day, right, we got it now. And so now what I'm saying is that, like I said, let me say this first and foremost. R.P. Irv Gotti, condolences to his family. But we have a platform of social media that's out of this world, and it's uncontrolled. It's not filtered. So it's not filtered. So 50 is going to be 50.
He's the only person. There's other people in this world. I know people that be around him, that was around Irv Gotti. May he rest in peace. Shout out to his wife, his kids. I played poker with this man in West Fork in his studio, Jahu, all y'all. My thing is this. Social media, cool. If no matter how you feel about a person, it's people that did wrong things to us. He's heartless. For you to get up there and put a tombstone, did you see on his Instagram? He put a tombstone and hookah. He don't drink, he don't smoke. Put a hookah up there, says smoking on the dead home. People get canceled. They trying to cancel him right now.
Once again.
And then he said, LOL, may he rest in peace. That's not a joke.
Once again, right?
You think he's making money from that?
Once again, right? It's 50 cents we're talking about.
I don't care. That he took it too far.
I done told you.
I haven't ever in my life seen him go this far.
I done told you, right? Him, you got people that go too far. But that's
my question to you. Do you think he went too far this time?
I said that. I said I don't like what he did.
You said
but that's do I expect anything?
What means you gonna drop?
No. What it means, but means, do I expect anything different from him? No.
So you think society and the world shouldn't mess up anything?
There's a lot of people that feel the way I feel. Like they don't. That's him. That's the way he is.
I don't like it. Last episode, I said I give a shout out to this person. I give a shout out to that one. Shout out to Lil Woody, whatever. They said he was snitch out of He said he didn't snitch. Yeah, I want to talk about snitches. I want to talk about this. How do you
feel? Who you said, Lil Woody?
Yeah, I like the little nigga. That little nigga is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, J Rock, for some reason in my heart, something is wrong with him. And I hate God knows. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he said. I love Thug. I love everybody, and God knows it. But something in my heart feels like, even though they say he snitched, he got there, they showed that, I feel like he might be right. Like they leaked that interrogation on purpose. I feel like, me personally, I can say this because I ain't part of the case. I feel like this whole shit was a setup. Now this is what I feel like. Like how you feel like Cam and Jen was a setup for money. I feel like this shit was a setup. I feel like if it wasn't for him getting up there acting crazy, that they would have never came home. I feel like they came home because of that. And then number two, everybody keeps saying, oh, they didn't do that to him. I feel like the nigga's crazy. That's number one. Let me not call him a nigga because he changed life. I feel like the dude is crazy. That's number one. And then number two, I feel like they didn't do nothing to him because, like he said, run up on him. I feel like that. Whatever he did in the past, I don't know. Even if he did it, he probably didn't do it. But I feel like also they planned this shit. I feel like social media taking all these decisions for some reason. The way he got up there and act like he was crazy, I feel like it was all planned. And guess what? Everybody's home. Even Lucci had beef with the Thugger thing. They said Lucci right after that Thugger came. So how do you feel? Do you feel like unless you see that paperwork, like stop calling people snitches? How do you feel about that? Like,
Well,
damn, like you was in the Fed, they gave you 16 joints.
well, here's what my take on that. First of all, right?
And you could have beat them crap.
First of all, let's talk about number one, like you said. Number one,
yeah.
Thugger and them was in there because of Lil Woo.
No, that's allegedly.
They was in there because of him.
Watch a new video.
No, me and nephew talked about it. They was in there because of them. But anyway, right? Mm-hmm. Then he came back and he recapped and whatever. We all saw it. We watched it unfold on social media. Mm-hmm. And then Thugger and them came home, right? Fine. Everybody got out, right? Now, as far as Gunner with the Alfred plea, right? I know what Alfred plea is. Trust me.
What is that?
Alfred plea means that you're going to plead guilty, right? But that's only because listen. I'm telling you what Alfred plea is.
Wait, not that. That's important. I'm just laughing because Gunner got up there and said they said it's YSL the game. He said yes. He got
listen to what I'm going to tell you. Yeah, see now.
I think it's level.
I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, it is. Now listen, right? I'm gonna tell you how I know that Gunner told, but not on Thugger. And I gotta explain. I gotta explain it to you like this.
We're not in the podcast with this. This is gonna take some time. You gotta explain this and make it
understand
it. And
okay, listen.
Another word for the rest of the time.
Alpha plea. I know what an alpha plea is because I had an alpha plea. It's actually called North Carolina versus Alpha. It's in the Supreme Court.
Well, they ain't Atlanta, so
it's a Supreme Court case, so it's over the land. Right?
Okay,
so what that plea says is that you're gonna admit guilt, right? Mm-hmm. Because the circumstantial evidence might convict you.
So
might.
Not necessarily it's going to. Might.
Right. You don't want to take the chance of going to trial and get convicted. But your main listen to me. But you're maintaining your innocence. So you're not really pleading guilty. It's tricky.
So it's basically a trap.
No.
You go with us.
You have to.
We might get you at the end.
Yeah, but listen. You gotta let me finish it before you start talking. So you're saying that I'm only taking this plea, right? Because y'all might convict me, but I'm maintaining my innocence.
Oh, so he's still. I'm gonna take the plea, but I still maintain.
Right.
Oh.
And in the process, right? And in the process of you taking that plea, right? Mm-hmm. This is how I know, and this is for the people. Yeah, I know about an Alfred plea because I had one myself.
Yeah,
but I didn't have any co-defendants. It was just me.
That's how I said. I don't remember nobody telling you.
No, it was just me. but in taking an Alfred plea, what you do is you gotta say your part.
Oh, the part that you took.
Your part.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why they saying he didn't tell on Thugger.
But a lot of people saying that he's in the game, part of the game, and part of being in the game, you don't supposed to take no plea.
No,
that's that bullshit.
Well, if that's part of the game, but in any event, right? Him saying that when they asked him is YSL a gang, and he says yes, mm-hmm. He had to say that because he's part of YSL. He got to tell his part. But he's still maintaining his innocence. It's tricky as hell. But when they said he took an Alfred plea, now had they said, was Thugger your leader and did he say do this and do that? Then now that's a problem.
Now they saying Gunner was the moneymaker. That's number one. Number two, here's my thing. They say they had the game. Now in the game, we ain't in the game. I ain't in the game. We don't know nothing about this game. So they got codes in the game. They said when you take a plea, you're considered a snitch is what I'm trying to tell you. But in the real world, right? In the real world, F the game shit. In the real world, you're saying the plea that he took is not snitching. See, the game is saying he's a snitch because they believe in not taking pleas. But if you saying knowledge is what I'm saying, it's not really considered snitching. Is what I'm asking you.
All right, so here's the thing with pleas, right? A lot of guys be salty and bitter because you got your how does it go? It's those that shoulda or wish they could.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Nah, it's those that wish they told, and it's those that told,
and those that shoulda told,
and those
woulda.
That it's three of them, but I can't remember how it all goes. Okay. But at the end of the day, what it talks about is you talking about plea agreements, right? Mm-hmm. Basically, what they were trying to say, I had a big debate about this one. Guys that take pleas, right? This is what they were saying. Guys that take pleas, right? It's snitches. If you take a plea, right, and it's just you, and you ain't got no co-defendant, who you telling on? Yourself?
They got co-defendant.
Now, if you take a plea, right? If you take a plea, and see, this is where the line thins.
Right.
If you take a plea, right, and you say, I'm just responsible for what I'm responsible for, and I don't know nothing about what they did, then who did you tell on? Yourself again.
Okay, now go. That's 2, and now go to 3. Where he said, "Why is all incident?"
Now 3, if they say, if he goes and says, I'm only taking part for what I did, but I'm maintaining my innocence because I don't want to go to trial because I think y'all might convict me, but I'm not pleading guilty to none of that shit.
Well, we saw the trial. We saw him say, YSL was a game. Da. So I need you to, good, thank you, to clarify it.
So what I'm saying about, okay,
he said that, but saying in prison.
Basically, what I'm saying is that Gunna did not tell on Thugger if he took an alpha plea. What they showed us was him saying his part and that he was part of a crew, a music group. The lady asked him, was YSL a gang? He had to say that he was part of it because he was still under that alpha plea, maintaining his innocence. So he didn't implicate nobody. He just said he was part of something, and he had to say that. So he didn't tell on nobody. Just take my word for it.
Awesome sauce. So with that being said, I think Jay Rizzy, I learned a lot from my brother. You gotta understand this is my question for we go back and forth. I want to learn. He's dropping a lot of Jews. We'll do an episode about laws and cases and stuff like that. With that being said, we want you guys to tune in. We're dropping new episodes every week. In the kitchen, 718. I'm K Rock.
And I'm J Rock the wine sipper.
And I'm K Rock the Duce sipper. And with that said, what's done?
We out of here. The food is done. Peace.